What would it be like to stand on Mercury? As a kid, I used to think that Mercury would be a nice place to live because it's so close to the sun. But when I learned that the sun would just roast you alive in a matter of seconds, I quickly ruled out that idea. Or maybe it would be cool to live there if you had a super advanced spacesuit that could protect you from the sun's intense heat and radiation. Well, turns out that even then you wouldn't last very long because of Mercury's bizarre gravity. You see, Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system, and it's also the closest one to the sun. It takes 88 days for Mercury to orbit the sun, and it only takes about 59 days to rotate once on its axis. That means a day on Mercury is longer than its year. A year on Mercury is just 88 days long. So you'd experience 4 seasons in a single day, each lasting about 115 days. And since Mercury rotates on its axis only 3 times a year, that means that there's almost no atmosphere on the planet. In addition, Mercury has almost no magnetic field to speak of, which means that the solar wind blasts across the planet's surface unimpeded. So if you wanted to stand on Mercury, you'd have to contend with temperatures ranging from 430 degrees Celsius to negative 180 degrees Celsius, extreme cold. You'd also have to deal with a gravity that's just 38% of Earth's gravity. That means if you weigh 70 kilograms on Earth, you'd only weigh 22 kilograms on Mercury. It would be very hard to stand up straight because the low gravity would make you feel like you were 4.5 meters tall. If somehow you managed to stand upright on Mercury, you'd be met with a landscape that looks like a giant crater. That's because Mercury has been bombarded by meteorites throughout its existence. In fact, more than 90% of Mercury's surface is covered in craters. The largest one is called the Caloris Basin, and it's about 1,500 kilometers in diameter. The meteorite that created this giant crater must have been over 6 kilometers wide. Standing on such a crater's rim would give you an incredible view of the surrounding plains, which are made of lighter-colored volcanic rock. Mercury has a lot of volcanoes, but they don't erupt in the traditional sense. Instead, they emit gases that form vast lava lakes that stretch for miles. Imagine standing next to a lava lake on the sun-scorched surface of Mercury, watching the gas bubbles rise to the surface and listening to the wind whistle past your ears. It might not be the most comfortable place to visit, but it certainly would be one of the most unforgettable.